is being delusional or delulu the new version of optimism?
Mm-hmm.
Or is it just a romanticized denial?
So for things to become reality in your life, you do have to manifest these things, right? You do have to talk about these things.
Mm-hmm.
You do have to work towards these things. So is it delusional to be manifesting and talking about them versus manifesting and talking about them and not doing anything about it?
Yeah.
To me, that's a delusional piece,
Yeah,
right?
too.
Welcome to another episode of Not Your Average Auntie's podcast. I am Joe.
I'm Key.
And I am Jay, where we keep it real,
Raw,
And relatable.
while sharing our opinions
and experiences.
And feelings.
All right. How you girls doing?
Take 3. No.
I am feeling
Pretty good today.
okay.
And yourself?
Same here.
Awesome.
Yes, yes.
Awesome. So what are we talking about today?
The rise of the delulu.
Delusional girl era?
Yes.
Delusional girl era. Delulu.
A form of self-manifestation or avoidance.
All right. This is heavy.
It could be heavy. It could not be heavy. So let's talk about where this era has come from.
Okay.
So supposedly the rise of the Delulu era started during the pandemic,
Okay.
where a lot of people were reevaluating, particularly women, the hustle culture, the dating dynamics, and emotional labor. So you see a lot of it on TikTok. It's a form of manifestation, basically, really, right? So you saying, I want to be this person, or I am that person, doing this thing, making this money, living this life, living this dream, got this special, specific type of man on my arm. Like, you're saying all the things and you're living as if those things already exist.
I got a debate, yeah.
Okay.
Go on, debate.
It actually started in 2010 during the K-pop fandom origin.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's hear it. Let's hear about it.
So it said it emerged from K-pop fan circles, shorthand for fans jokingly pretending idols love them, rooted in a stan culture's blend of fantasy and humor.
That sounds like
And that went on for 10 years until the Twitter and TikTok spread that happened in 2020.
okay, so there you go. Because I'm not into K-pop.
Well,
Okay. Okay, so
Pondering and thinking.
So I was delulu. I was trying to like define in the context of today's culture. But I guess I could see both sides of the equation here. So I guess my question is, how do we get here? Why do we even think that? Why is it that people can be delusional about things?
Or is it? I question the point of it. I question it being considered delusional to some degree.
Okay, talk about it.
Because for things to become reality in your life, you do have to manifest these things, right? You do have to talk about these things. You do have to work towards these things. So is it delusional to be manifesting and talking about them versus manifesting and talking about them and not doing anything about it?
Yeah.
To me, that's a delusional piece,
Yeah,
right?
too. Me
Okay.
Because I had that same question. I said, is being delusional or delulu the new version of optimism? Or is it just a romanticized denial?
And I feel like the romanticized sounds more like the description when you read the K-pop thing. Could you read that again? Because I felt like there was something we were romanticizing.
delulu emerges in K-pop fan circles, shorthand for fans jokingly pretending idols love them, rooted in stan culture's blend of fantasy and humor.
Yeah.
So it says being delulu is often used playfully, but it impacts depending on awareness. When someone uses it to joke, big dream, or boost confidence while staying grounded, it's empowering. But when it becomes a shield from truth or action, it can hinder your growth.
Yeah.
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 I captured that but I was talking about the fantasy part because you mentioned fantasy.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think there's two sides of it. So like I said a moment ago, if you're manifesting and you're speaking things into existence but working towards those things, I don't think that that's delusional.
No,
Right.
I think those things can become realistic with the work put behind it.
I agree.
that's having faith and being optimistic about, yes.
But also putting the work in.
Yes.
Putting the work.
Yes. That's the key thing.
Yeah.
Is the work piece. Because we can, I could say I'm going to get $1 million. I'm going to get $1 million. I'm going to get $1 million.
How, ma'am?
And sit back on my couch. Or no different from, I'm going to lose 50 pounds. I'm going to lose 50 pounds. And then I'm sitting on my couch eating fucking bonbons. I mean, you know what I'm saying? You got to put in the work. Okay. So there's a difference between dreaming big, right? And then being disconnected from reality.
I think there is.
Yeah.
Because I think if your dreams far exceed anything that you're putting the effort in behind, then that's a disconnect. You're saying and you're dreaming, but you're not
Doing anything for it.
Do you think a lot of women do that?
I think so. And so, okay, so as being on fairly, I guess, new homeowner, right? I think about all the things that I want to do to make this my oasis. And it's going to happen because I'm manifesting it, right? But I think my delusional piece, if I go back to your question, was like, I can do it all in one shot. I can do this. I want all this to happen and I can do it all in one shot. No, it takes time.
It takes time. Yeah.
So, and you're going to change your mind about certain things. And like what you envision this day may not be the same that day. So, yeah, I be sketching stuff out and constantly
Overanalyzing so much that you talk yourself out of it.
So, yeah, sometimes that happens.
Could be.
Yeah.
I don't say I haven't talked myself out of it yet, but it was the piece that I can do X amount of things in a short amount of time. And no, it doesn't. That's not real. And I know that. I honestly know that, but it still doesn't stop me from thinking about how I want to get it done in a short amount of time. So that could be a little bit delusional, but
That's fair. That's fair. Does fake it till you make it actually work? So there's some elements of delusion there too, right?
Yeah.
If we really want to call it.
until somebody catch you.
Yeah.
I think you're right. I think it works for some people, right?
Yeah.
Like think about the chick. What was that girl who lived this life? She was among. It's a real story too. It's a true story. What's her name? Anna.
The good.
No, remember the.
Oh, the. I know you're talking about the Anna. Her name is Anna.
Anna something, right?
Yeah.
She faked it for a very long time until she got caught, and people believed that
she was so glamorous.
Yes, and she had all this money and all this kind of stuff. But yeah, I think people can do it, but for how long?
When has being delusional paid off?
But Anna, for a little while, listen, this girl was traveling,
Yeah.
living in luxury hotels and all this stuff.
So how long did she do this for?
A long time. And plenty of other scam artists out there doing similar things.
Here's my take. I think that half the things in this world that we have are as a result of someone being a little delusional. Because you wouldn't exist.
You had to
dream it.
Right. You had to dream it. Right.
So they had to have the audacity. They had to have to believe in something that didn't exist. I have a note here. In today's delusional girl era, a lot of people may clown people for dreaming big.
Yeah.
Or saying you're being too much, you're too much. But history shows us that delusional, sometimes that element of delusion is the blueprint.
Yep.
When we think about some of the people that have been delusional that we don't, they have manifested like empires, like,
yes.
Off of just blind belief.
Yep.
Blind belief and some energy put behind it. The first person that comes to mind is pretty much any entrepreneur.
Right.
Because you can have, I'm going to do it. And it ain't, you don't even have a tangible, but
it was just an idea.
Put it forth. Steve Jobs, I read his book, and I was inspired by it because he was known for this like reality distortion field, meaning like he would see things that no one else sees. And he's like, this is what we're going to do. he believed hard in the ideas. People were like, it can't happen. It can't happen. And now we have an iPhone. And now we have an iPad, right? So, he convinced entire teams to build things based on what's in his mind. So it can happen, right? That's just my takeaway. It just, to your point, both of what you said, and I fully agree. You can call it delusional, you can call it dreaming big. I like to dream big. I'm a big optimist. I believe in, if I see it. My thing is, if God put it in my mind, I can make it happen. That's all. He's not going to give me the idea. It's up to me to carry it out. It's up to me to have the courage to carry it out, right? So that's just me. I'm big on that. And I always, where you have a will, there's absolutely a way to do it, right? The problem I have is when women, or men, whoever, have these big dreams and don't put no energy behind it. That's when I'm like, you bugging. You can have it, but if you don't do nothing,
it's not going to happen.
Where you going?
And I think, so you can be delusional in terms of having things happen or making things happen, but you also could be delusional about how you carry yourself and how you feel about yourself. And that could be negative or positive as well. So if you feel that you are that person, you are that, I'm that chick, you're going to walk around like you're that chick. And to me, somebody may think you're crazy, but you don't think you're crazy, and that's okay. That's your way to carry yourself. That's a part of confidence. So they also mentioned that this era has created confidence for people who did not have confidence, which probably gave them the audacity to go and embark on those ideas, because now it's like, okay, I have the confidence now, or I believe myself now more than I probably believed myself before. I'm going to go do this thing. And then they make it happen. So that's a part of, I think, of that era too. I think the negative part of that is where you forget who you are in the process. So, and you start to think, more of yourself than it actually is, and you present yourself more than what you actually are. Going back to the question is, does it pay off? It can pay off if you execute, but if you're just still sitting around bullshitting, then
it's not.
But acting like you are, but you're not. Then that's where it's.
But to go to your question, that was the explosion on TikTok. People going there, putting out these lavish, I guess, ideas or dreams, making people believe that this is how they really live, and they don't. But it turned viral.
But is that a delusional thing, or is that just misrepresentation? Because
there's misrepresentation that turned into something where they actually making money putting out this fake lifestyle.
Because that's a creative
side,
whatever. What they call it, the creators, whatever.
Yeah, but you know what?
That's
as an example. That, and going back to what you said with social media in 2020, I feel like in 2020. First of all, they were creators before 2020, right? They existed, right? But I think that 2020 enabled people to really get in their bag because social media, all we had was you couldn't do nothing. You had to keep you meaning work, right? You're all in. So now you're on social media scrolling more. You're in the house. You're seeing what this person's doing. And some of people are like, hey, hang on a second. If they're doing that, I could do it.
There was some inspiration behind it.
There was a lot of inspiration behind it. And then there was to your point, people are like, I ain't even got to have all of that. Because I'm seeing this person jump up. I could just fake the funk and do this, which one could say.
Expressing unfiltered confidence.
Unfiltered, whatever it is. But some might call that scammy.
Right. Because it's not real.
But it was working.
But it was working.
Yeah.
And then it got into their bag, so they were able to get it. So I think 2020 was like in many ways,
an aha moment for a lot of people, or like a
waking
up. Yes.
Yeah.
Becoming woke or whatever. So there's a thing like the mantra. You see the mantra on TikTok. It's like, I'm rich. It's like a little mantra. They have a song. I'm rich. Whatever. It's like, I don't know all the sayings, but it's mostly you saying this little mantra every day about
speaking into existence.
Speaking into an existence. But that's not enough.
No.
So don't fall into that like, oh, I'm gonna say this mantra and poof, the magic dragon's gonna give you this wonderful life.
Again, not gonna happen.
So I mean, it's good because it does help. It's almost like saying to the person, putting your affirmations up on your mirror kind of thing, right? So it's almost something similar to that. So anything that helps inspire you and helps to motivate you, yeah, I'm all for that. I just don't think people should get trapped into thinking that's all there is. So the era of delusion is good as long as it's used the right way and not to avoid certain things. So people do fall into this world of delusion because they're trying to escape certain things. Whether they're living these fake lives or they're ignoring certain things because they don't want to deal with it. It's like, oh, it'll go away, it'll go away, it'll go. Girl or guy, whoever, it's not.
That's for some, but not all. 'Cause
I'm not
saying
some of them.
when they started using social media, it may have been a point where they just did something online and wasn't even thinking past tomorrow, not realizing how it was going to explode. And it kind of changed mindsets for certain people. Others still had the delusional thinking and not putting no work behind it. But then you had others where there was a shift. Oh my God, this went viral. This did this did. Oh, I can do this now. It made them think differently. And
Yeah.
Like, if you think about Tabitha Brown, right? Talk about her a lot sometimes. But when she talks about her being an Uber driver and her being in her car talking about the whole food sandwich that she was eating that day, she went viral that day.
Yeah.
No expectation of that. But that was her. She always dreamt and she knew what she wanted to do in life. She had these big dreams. She had this big goal. But this is the one thing that took her off. And she kept going. You know, unexpectedly, this is the thing that took off for her.
Yep.
And she kept going there to build on what other dreams that she had for herself.
Yeah. Right. Used as the platform.
Right. But to your point, like you were saying, that some people do something and they don't know. They're not thinking about the next day because they probably didn't have plans in the back.
Because they didn't think it was going to happen the way it did.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I think those are the people that probably get stuck and don't, some, not all, just don't get further beyond that.
Well, that speaks to my next question about when does delusion, being the ability to be delusional stop being cute and really being harmful, right? Because there are instances where it can be. Like, one thing comes to mind that I have is like dating, right? So holding on to someone that gives you all the signs it's not going to work, but you keep holding on. To me, that's elements of delusion.
Absolutely. Like because you changed.
Like that, like
I can.
We just saw it. I know we're gonna work out. That's why I was ironing your clothes.
Well, it worked out for her, I guess. And the way it sounds like it worked out for her. But you have that thing like, they're gonna change one day.
No.
They're gonna see it my way. And listen, I don't know about that.
Yeah.
No, she was touched.
Yeah, but a lot of women do that.
You know that above the Lord.
Exactly. The Lord told her, so he touched her.
I mean,
listen, he may. I mean, at the end of the day, from what we saw, they're still together. They're active in the church community. She got what God told her she was gonna get.
Supposedly, she got what she wanted.
that's what. Listen, they're standing strong together. But also that speaks to staying in situations longer than you need to. And that's beyond relationships. That's beyond anything. It could be jobs. It could be anything, right? Just relationships as a whole, whether it's a business relationship, whether it's whatever, friendship, anything. There was a saying I read on Threads that someone wrote down: if you get on the wrong train and get off at the nearest station, because the longer it takes you to get off, the more expensive the return trip will be. Absolutely. Which I feel like that was such a powerful
strategy.
Absolutely. Saying, because it's like, it just highlights the importance of recognizing the wrong path in life, whether it's a career, relationship, whatever. The sooner you can adjust your course,
the better.
The less time and energy resources you're going to spend on something that ain't serving
you. The power of the pivot, as they call it.
Oh, and that's the thing. So that's the thing with delusion. We want something so bad. Even with entrepreneurship, right? You can want something so bad and you see it. And there's people that will run and say, I don't have a plan B because plan A got to work. I understand that. But I'm also a person that likes to have options,
right?
So I can go with this, but if this doesn't happen, I'm like, okay, gotta pivot, and that may mean I may still get there, but I might take
the different
detours to get
and on those detours find amazing things.
So connect with something else.
Yeah, amazing.
Learn new things.
Yes, how to pivot.
The little tweaks here and there is nothing wrong with making those tweaks, because if you know what your end goal is, how you get there doesn't always the way you planned it.
Yeah.
So you got to be mindful of that.
Yeah.
Be mindful of that. It's like you can pivot, you can shift. As long as you keep your eye on the prize, you can pivot, you can shift, and you can still get there.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyways, I'm all for the delusional era. I have no problem with it as long as it's not taking you down a path that's unrealistic.
Well, see, that's the thing, right? This the teeter-totter, the unrealistic piece is like, because
go ahead.
Because what I was gonna say is like, name any person. We could say Oprah Winfrey, Issa Rae, whatever. Issa Rae had the awkward black girl on YouTube. Anybody that's put something out there that had a vision, someone was always saying, that ain't gonna work. That's unrealistic. You see what I'm saying?
But that's somebody else saying it's unrealistic.
So
versus it's actually being unrealistic.
How does the person? I'm just playing.
Because if you keep doing the same thing, and that's not working, that's unrealistic. Like
doing the same thing in the same way.
Do the same thing in the same way.
That's the definition of insanity.
Definition of insanity. But if you keep trying the same thing over and over and over again,
sometimes
it's unrealistic to keep doing that.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah.
So that's what I mean. Like, make sure that whatever you're doing in your delusional moment, whatever it is, you get into the end goal at some point. You can't stay at point A over and over and over again.
I agree.
And thinking you're going to get to point B.
Yeah.
To me, that's unrealistic.
Yeah, I think it's in my nature to be delusionally optimistic.
Yeah, because you want the best outcome, right? So your goal is that this is going to work. It's just a matter of how.
Yeah.
And
you
got to keep going back to how. Yeah, you got to figure out that how, and you got to keep making those adjustments. You got to keep tweaking.
Yeah.
You got to keep, but your goal your end goal should not change.
Yeah.
In your delusional thinking. And if at the end of the day, is it really delusional? If it's really delusional, if you're really working on it, if you're really putting in the effort, it may sound crazy at the concept, but when you get there, because you worked hard, was it really delusional? No. It sounded crazy in the beginning,
but I'd say it's visionary.
I agree. I like to look at it that way.
This here is a perfect example. Who would have thought?
Yeah.
We thought about this for a long time when we finally decided to put and look, the traction that we're getting.
How many times we say, nope, not this date. Nope, not that date. Nope, the next day. Nope.
And we pushed it out and look where we are now. So
that's why you just got to keep pushing.
Yeah.
If you believe in something and you want to do it, you do it. And you tweak it along the way.
That's the point I was going to make. It doesn't always flow very easily. We've made plenty of tweaks, and we're still making them.
Yes.
Right? And we'll continue. At the end of the day, is anything ever really perfect?
No. I realized that as we was doing this journey.
Yeah, nothing. You just got to keep.
You learn how it's slow, you learn. And how do you know unless you just do it?
Get better if you don't keep trying different things. So, listen, go out and live your crazy lives, people. Live in your own little crazy world.
And thank you to everybody out there for the support.
Yes. We just love y'all.
Yeah.
We love it.
Y'all on this crazy ride with us.
You on a crazy ride with us, and we appreciate and love y'all. And live your life. The key to that is it's your life. It ain't nobody else's but yours.
You know, I want to say, I feel like if we never said anything on this podcast, as much as we said, is that it's your life, live your life. How many times we got to tell y'all, people? We'll keep telling y'all till y'all get it.
Do it.
Till next time. Deuces.
Y'all want to keep it real.
We'll keep it real.
Y'all want to have real laughs. And y'all want to have real auntie energy with the Not Your Average Aunties.
That's right.
That's right.
We keeps it real.
What she said.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.